Hey guys, welcome to Salta. So you see now this is lush, this is pretty nice. Just the way this is like a little hidden city, a little hidden gem in rural Slovakia or Romania, or even maybe like Czech Republic, one of the little villages in Czech Republic, but mostly Slovakia, a little quaint little village where it's kind of conservative like most little villages in Slovakia, you know, more laid back. Yeah, I'm glad I rested here after catch the flu, because with the stress in Buenos Aires of kickboxing and everything, having kickboxing training there, and I couldn't have relaxed that much with the flu. You know, unless I was in Tigre. This is like Tigre actually. Look at this little. They say it's supposed to be European, but this looks like some kind of little hut in Charleston, in New Jersey. You know, everything's really quaint. You know, something like out the Notebook or the Forrest Gump movies in the southern states of the USA, where everyone's really nice, really quaint. And they all say y'all. You know, it's like that. But here, yeah, this little Madrid type Slovakian little town city, and this is quaint. You have these little popcorn things everywhere, and only really cheap. Really cheap. Everything's really cheap. This is really nice to walk through on a sunny day. To get over, as you can tell, I've had the flu all week, as you can tell from my voice. It's just really nice to cure the flu. And yeah, there's a little bit of trees, but just like they don't have trees that much in Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires is like Buenos Aires, it's kind of the same. Buenos Aires doesn't have that much trees and rural life unless you go to the outskirts. But even not like that, even not like the something that looks like something out of Rio de Janeiro. But yeah, this looks even better on the screen than how I feel in real life. But I feel like crap after the flu of arriving in my shorts like an idiot, after arriving in my swimming shorts, after coming straight from Brazil in the hot weather, and even a bit of Peru and Lima, I was wearing shorts. But now my foot's finally healed after 5 weeks of broken my foot in Rio, so I had to do a long trip. I had to do the circle of South America, Brazil, Peru, Cusco, Lima, Bolivia, and all the way back to Argentina. Actually, it's the circle of Brazil I haven't done before. It's a little circle of South America. This looks like something out of when I was a kid. I was in Disneyland in the 90s and stuff. This looks like in the late 90s. This looks like Disneyland when I was there as a kid. Yeah, this is more clean. More in Brazil, they have people. It's pretty dirty, but in Rio de Janeiro, but they have more people bouncing off the walls, more danger. But here you can just enter the calmness. If I was in Rio de Janeiro now, there'd be tons of cars everywhere trying to run you over. Military police, people bouncing off the walls. Brazil is more loud, more people bouncing off the walls. But here's, obviously, they have good and bad, like here's more conservative. Yeah, I really needed to relax here, the flu. Yeah, pizza's not good here. Argentina's famous for pizza, that's the one thing. If you're foodie, if you're coming for food, Buenos Aires is great for the pizza, but it's just a bit intense. You have people looking over you all the time. If you go for a nice pizza, you can't get it from a takeaway. You have to go sit it down in a restaurant, and they serve it to you by slice instead of by the whole pizza, which is kind of annoying. And there are people looking over you, especially if you're English, because of the Falklands War. You have a lot of hate, but it's like that with anywhere. You go to any nice place, you can't find heaven on earth. You always have guys ruining it, guys who are jealous. You live there, so you can't come to a place and ruin it. This is lush, just wandering through these streets. No necesito MoneyGram. Yeah, this is pretty lush. This reminds me of Madrid, when I did a stay over in Madrid actually as well. Obviously, because the Italians, actually here isn't mostly Italians. Here has a range of people. Salta is more people I've seen like some kind of indigenous, like from Bolivia or Ecuador. You have the Ecuador look, like I met a girl in Ecuador in Rio de Janeiro, and the girls here have that kind of tanned Ecuadorian Peruvian look. It looks like something from an indigenous tribe. It's really lush. That's what most people are here, but you have a mix of Italians and 50-50 really. Like mostly the indigenous people of Peru have the same look here. Except for things seem a bit cleaner here. Only in some parts. Because there's a lot like Buenos Aires. Like you go to a nice place like down there, and then you walk 5 minutes up here, and you can turn really dirty. It's a bit like Buenos Aires. Like you walk to the main street and the downtown. It's really dirty, really miserable, really grey. But then you walk maybe to outskirts or Palermo, Soho, and it's a completely different world. Like Tigre is really lush, like something from southern states. It's like the southern states of America you see on movies like The Notebook and Forrest Gump, but like a miniature version of it. It's like all shrunk into one, and the people are really calm, relaxed, retired, kind of intelligent people who know life in the world. Where Brazil is mostly, here we go, it's people bouncing off the walls. They're trying to have fun, like they are intelligent, but they just mostly bounce off the walls, going crazy, you know, loud, in your face, kind of stuff. And after a while, that does get a bit in your face and a bit annoying. So that's one thing I was glad to leave Brazil about. But the rest, 90% about Brazil, I was torn about leaving, but I only had to leave because of my broken foot. Yeah, it's a bit like Palermo, Soho, like a little. Palermo, Soho is more modern, more Hollywood, especially Palermo Hollywood. That's why they call it Palermo Hollywood. But it's nice to walk on the sunset. I might go for a hike up a hill, up the mountain. Yeah, there's a mountain up there. There isn't much mountain to see, but I might go up there and get a good view, a real good view of Salta. Yeah, but this is the nice centre of Salta. If you walk through it at night time, it's miserable. There's kind of stuff on the streets everywhere, kind of dirty. But yeah, Salta is like the Cusco of Argentina. Really quaint. Like Lima, I won't say Lima is like Buenos Aires, because Lima is really, it's the most modern city I've been to. Buenos Aires has the whole status quo, people caring so much about Instagram and how they look at pictures and everything, and it's really paranoid. That's where people like to escape to Brazil and really let go. It's kind of like England. Like England, people have it, they're always trying to work. You're constantly caring about what other people think, like feeling in a prison. And then when they finally escape to Spain and Portugal or wherever, you know, when they try and go on holiday, they have the 2 weeks of final escape, which is kind of nonsense, because you should have that escape as your entire life, all the time. You should not work hard to be free, but you should just be free. You know, you should just be free, find any excuse, don't care about what anyone thinks ever, and just make your life that life to be free, no matter if it's hard at first, because everything's hard at first, and then you'll work your way to that freedom that no one else does, because everyone takes the road that everyone else does. It's always trodden instead of making your own road. People are too scared to take the risk. Okay, where should we go now? There's not much up there. The reach in the outskirts. The centre is very small. It's a very small city, so it's even smaller than Manchester, so the whole city is kind of, I wouldn't say underwhelming, but just quaint and small, like something out of Disney World. You go to Disney World and you have those little towns, especially when I was a kid. I'm not sure about now, it might be more modernised, but here you go to a little town, it's pretty small, have cafes, and they don't have much juices or anything to offer. Like here they just have the typical orange, apple, you know, orange apples, fruits and everything. But in Brazil they have tons of fruits, all these types of things, and you know, like 1 McDonald's or 2 McDonald's. And in the centre they always have McDonald's. Where if you want to know if you're in the centre, just look in a quiet